What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Mikey, and I had been racking my brain trying to figure out what video I should make this week, and it's Sunday, I think. I'm not completely sure, and it might be Monday by the time this goes up. But I just felt I had to come on here because I do have this platform. It's not a very big platform, but it is still a platform in which I can reach people and talk to people. And I think that's something that just needs to happen, especially given the state of the world today and the state of the country we live in. If you are from the United States of America, and it breaks my heart to know that we are now fighting against something we shouldn't have to fight against, and that should have been solved so long ago. And that would be the blatant racism in the police force and the police brutality that we are up against. And being white, I do understand that I do have white privilege, and I do not have to be terrified of a police officer because I do not have to worry about whether or not I'm going to get shot. However, that breaks my heart to know that not everybody, such as those who are black or maybe of a different skin tone, do not have that same privilege, when that is a privilege that it states in the Bill of Rights that everybody has. It's called due process. Everybody is treated fairly under the law, no matter what your skin tone. And the fact that that is not shown today is absolutely terrifying. And I would really love to cuss, but I'm not going to, because a little bit ladylike, and it breaks my heart. I think, in order to give you guys a little bit of backstory as to why I do feel so personal, and it's not just because it is so blatantly wrong, but it's because I have people in my life who I care about very deeply who are black. I used to live down in Georgia, and I was pretty much raised, because my parents were working all the time, I was raised by two black women, and they showed me so much love and care and devotion, and it terrifies me to know that this could happen to them. And it terrifies me to know that if my friends at school aren't careful, this could happen to them. And I'm terrified of the fact that this is what our country is. And it's horrible. Police are attacking protesters who are not starting riots, who are peacefully protesting the police brutality and the murder of George Floyd with tear gas and tasers and rubber bullets. And I don't know why this is happening. The black community has been dealing with this for literal centuries, and they should not have to be fighting this any longer. When will enough be enough? When will people say, okay, you know what, we've taken so much from them, we need to stop? When will enough be enough? When will someone finally say, there has been enough death, enough violence, enough pain? When will it be enough? When will people be satisfied about this? When will people finally give up and let the Black community thrive and live? When will it happen? I don't want to bring a child into this world where police brutality is a thing, and I don't want them to look at this and say, Mommy, why are they treated different? Because I will teach my kid about white privilege, and I will teach them about the struggles that the Black community has gone through throughout this entire time our country has been a thing. Our Declaration of Independence was written by a slave owner who said that all men under God are created equal. How is this equal? Where is the equality? Okay, when a white person gets stopped and gets pulled over, they are treated with kindness, whereas a Black person is treated with apprehension and so much aggression. And it's not. It is a stereotype, and it is something we have to get rid of. And I know I'm probably just spouting stuff that everyone's already been hearing because of how much stuff has been going on. But I can't take this anymore. I can't take knowing people are getting hurt because the people who are supposed to be protecting us are the ones hurting us. And I fully understand how our society was set up. It was set up based on privilege. And is that wrong? It is so very wrong on so many levels. And maybe I'm just repeating myself, but this is not how life is. This is not how life is supposed to be. And I'm begging at this point. Let's stop this. Someone get those other 3 cops arrested and on trial for accessory to murder. Because that is what that was for George Floyd. That was murder. It is clearly said by him that he could not breathe. And what does that cop do? Kill him. He killed him when he was given fair warning that he was hurting them. There was so many other ways to handle this. I don't know the backstory of why George Floyd was arrested, but from what I was reading from his family, he was a good guy who was subjected to the stereotype that we see here in America, because nobody will pull their head out their butts and get over themselves. Get over it, okay? Like, just because somebody has a different skin tone does not mean that they are a bad person. If that's the mentality you're gonna live with, then you know what, you might as well arrest me, because guess what? Ted Bundy was white. He was a serial killer. So if that's the mentality you're gonna go with, is you're gonna judge someone based on their skin color for crimes, arrest me. Just arrest me, okay? I didn't do anything wrong, but you know what? Ted Bundy did. Ted Bundy killed so many people. So if that's the mentality you're gonna go with, arrest me. Because guess what? I might be a serial killer. I'm not. I promise. I'm not. But that's the mentality people are going with. And it's so wrong. You're judging people based on stereotypes, and therefore you're acting and you're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about, oh my God, how is this going to affect this person? You don't know that. Did those cops think about it when they arrested George Floyd? Probably not. And what did that end with? Death. And what has that led to? Riots. It has led to protests. Peaceful protests, which I am all for. The riots, that is a whole other thing that we're not talking about. We're talking about the police brutality that is in our country, and that has led to death and violence and absolutely disgusting behavior. This should not have happened. And I'm so freaking happy that people are finally standing up and saying, this is not right. And they're finally standing up for the Black community, who has taken hit after hit after hit. And they can't do it alone anymore. The Black community cannot do it anymore. They cannot fight alone anymore. So it is up to us. It is up to those of us who are different colors. Whether you're black, white, green, blue, heck, be rainbow glitter for all I care. Step up, okay? Because the Black community needs us. The Black community needs us to be there to stop those tasers and that tear gas and those rubber bullets and those cops and say, stop. This is not right. You should know better. You are an adult. You took an oath. You pledged to protect us. And that goes for every person. Not just someone who is white. Not for someone who is brown. For Black people. You pledged to protect us. You pledged to put us first. And you're not doing that. All you're thinking about is fighting what is going on. You're hurting people, and it has to stop. We're in a time where people are dying. We've reached over 100,000 deaths from COVID in the US. And people are getting hurt in riots and in protests because of police brutality. And it has to stop. We cannot go on much longer like this. So I'm asking you to please, and this is something that sounds very cliche, but if you see something, say something. If you see someone being treated by the police differently because of the color of their skin, say something. Say, hey, if that's the way you're going to treat him or her or them, if that's the way you're going to, if that's the way you're going to treat them when you're arresting them, treat me the same way. Or if you're going to treat me decently, treat them the same way. So I'm begging you. I'm asking you. Please. Be an ally to the Black community. Because they need us more than ever. They bring so much to the American society. They've given us art and literature and music and fashion over the years and everything. And it's just, and how do we repay them? By letting them fight this battle on their own. They can't anymore. So be an ally, please. Help fight this. Help make it right for not only George Floyd, but for every Black person who has died at the hands of a cop. Please. That's all I really had to say on the matter. I didn't actually think I would be making this video, but you know what? Instagram only does so much. So I'm not asking you guys to leave a like. I am asking you guys though to comment, start a discussion, post on your social medias about this. Okay? If you have already, thank you. If you haven't, do so. I did. I posted on my Instagram story about how absolutely disturbing this is. And I don't post about the news. I don't post the names of people who have died, and maybe that's on me, but I made my opinion very clear that this is disgusting, and I'm doing that here. So please, start a comment discussion. Start a discussion on your social medias. I'm not asking you to like, I'm not asking you to subscribe, I'm asking you to help fight this. That's all I've got to say. I'll do my best to see y'all guys next week. Goodbye.